you should consider stopping saving any more money for retirement, which I know sounds really weird coming from a retirement planner. Once again, my name's Taublieb. I help people retire early. That is what I do. I have the best job in the world. And what I'm talking about today is when you should stop saving for retirement, which once again, I know that sounds weird, but here's why I'm bringing that up, is because too many people keep saving and investing unnecessarily, not to the extent that they're going to be in a worse financial situation. In fact, they'll be in a better financial situation, but I'm going to guess you already knew that. What I'm bringing up today is something that I feel is rarely discussed, which is when should you stop saving, meaning when do I have enough and how much is enough and how do I start thinking about how much I need to save so that I no longer need to save, because the last thing I want is for you to continue saving and investing and doing these things that are wonderful on the spreadsheet, but start to take away from your quality of life. Could you stop working earlier? Could you travel more? Could you do more of the things that you care about most today, but you're not doing it because you're in this saving mindset, which once again, is not bad. So often people undersave. So better to be an oversaver, as I imagine most of you are who watch YouTube videos, and I've got some comments from some of you telling me, hey Ari, it's just in my blood. I've been saving since I'm young and that's what I do, and the idea of not saving feels weird, and I get it. It's not as if I'm asking you to flip a light switch and you're a great saver today and now you're a great spender. I'm not saying that. I want you to know when you are in a position where you no longer need to save. If you want to keep saving for other goals, great. I'm all for it. Let's work through a plan so you can do that. But I am going to tell you today exactly when you can start to think about when you can stop saving for retirement. You know by now I love examples. So we're going to take an example of someone who's 25 and they're going to invest until they're 65. The other assumption here is that you are going to invest $10,000 a year and you are going to get a rate of return of 8%. So after year one, you put $10,000 in, you got 8%, you now have $10,800. What does that mean? It means 92% of the increase, well, that was from your own money. That was your personal contribution of the $10,000. The other 8%, that was growth on your money. Now, after 10 years, your account would have grown to $144,000. Why do I bring that up? The growth on your money is now exceeding the amount that you are investing on an annual basis. A $10,000 contribution is not as powerful as when you first put that $10,000 in, because you can now grow your money at a faster rate of return by just investing well. It's less about your own personal work and effort to contribute that $10,000. It doesn't hold the same weight. After 20 years, your money would have grown to $457,000. The growth on that money is 3.6 times your actual contribution. Now, I know this is going to sound crazy, but this is the reality. After 40 years, your money that you put in, investing $10,000 every year and getting 8% would mean that you have $2.6 million. If the portfolio continues to grow by 8%, that would mean in that 40th year, that growth on your money was $208,000. Once again, just the growth on your money. The increase of market growth is 20x, 20 times your initial $10,000 contribution. Pretty amazing, I know. So why do I bring up this example? Well, why do we save? Why do we invest? We do that so that we can really ultimately do more of what we care about most. For most people, it's traveling. For some people, it's, hey, I just have always been putting off this job I wanted to do because of financial reasons. And so you can continue saving and investing, but there comes a point where adding more dollars is just, as you can see, not as impactful as investing well. So if you're investing well and you've done a really strong job of that, wonderful. It's now time to start to understand that you can add more money. It's certainly not going to hurt, but it doesn't carry the same weight as if you just put more money in early, saved and invested well, and then took your foot off the gas and said, hey, I'm now letting my money work for me as intentionally as possible. A client came to me, and I'm going to share this story because I think it's relevant, and they explained that they've saved and invested well, and they'd accumulated about $1.5 million, and they continued saving, and they are in their early 60s, and they came to me and they said, Ari, when should I stop working? And I said, well, let's first have a conversation about what you're going to do when you do retire and start to work through, okay, how much you want to spend and all of the, call it, nuanced details, but high level. What I ended up advising to them is stopping saving for retirement. They wanted to spend $40,000 a year, which their portfolio plus Social Security plus their pensions could easily generate. So financially, they were fine on that end. Even after taxes and looking at all the projections, they were going to be just fine. Now, they still said, Ari, I just can't, it feels wrong to stop saving. That just doesn't feel right. I've been saving for so long. And so because of that, the answer is yes. I will often recommend clients stop saving to increase cash flow today, to do things that they want to do today. And if they say, Ari, I don't need that. I don't need more money. I'm doing what I want to do. Then great. We can of course save and invest them for other goals, but you don't have to, and this is what I want to leave you with, if anything, you don't have to feel that you need to keep saving and investing at the latter years of your retirement because that's going to make or break it. What really holds a higher weight is how are you invested? Are you invested appropriately so that you can meet your goals, and not just your goals, but make sure you never run out of money? That's what I help clients do. I help create a strategy so they know when they can stop saving for retirement, when they should consider stop working, when they should consider saying, oh my gosh, based off everything going on, I need to take a big step back and look out for my health first because my job is playing a role in really deteriorating that. So all of these moving factors, I want you to think differently about retirement. It's not just this big date that can feel intimidating or another date that you go, I just can't wait to be done and that's when I'll stop. No, it can be a staggered dynamic approach where, call it from 60 to 65, you start saving less and investing less and doing more in what we say is practicing retirement. So once again, this is what I help people do. As always, it's more fun to retire with your friends. So your friends, your family, please share this video with them so that they can understand when they can retire, when they can stop saving, so that they can retire with you and travel and do all those fun things you may have been putting off. So once again, this is what I do. I love doing it. I love helping people create a plan to retire early. You can always reach out to myself or a member of my team, and we'd be happy to walk you through our planning process. If there's another video that you want me to make a specific topic on, always leave a comment, and I love reviewing those, replying to those, of course. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you don't know, I am the host of the Early Retirement Podcast, and this is what I love doing. I help people create a custom strategy to retire early. You can always reach out to me or a member of our team here at Root, and we would be happy to walk you through our planning process to show you how we can help you get more life out of your money.